Franz Schillander left his shoe repair shop to go to his cottage in the countryside. He left the work of his shop and the stew he was cooking in the care of his apprentice, Carl Gustav Löfgren.
For the stew boiled over, and fueled by the strong winds, a fire broke out that quickly spread through the crowded settlement.
Löfgren ran barefoot to the church and rang the bell, but all attempts to douse the fire were in vain, and by the morning almost all of VÄNERSBORG lay in smoking ruins.
Here we see the fire in a detailed painting.
The sound and the light of the fire were famous throughout the region. The 2,400 people who lost their homes and who were not able to stay with friends and relatives had to be sheltered in tents as the cold winter set in.
The Great Fire in 1834 was a turning point in the history of VÄNERSBORG.
When Niels Eriksen designed the new city, the prevention of fire was important in his planning. Hence the wide streets and the east to west layout.
The resulting boom made VÄNERSBORG one of the most important shipping points of the 1800s, being close to Göta Canal and the lock connection between Vänern and the Western Sea by Gothenburg. The port was lined with up to 10,000 ships a year passing through.
Shipbuilding and the export of locally produced oats increased. Much of the exports went to England, and the revenue was the equivalent of millions of kroner in today's money. VÄNERSBORG became a beautiful example of the county town, with two-storey buildings and a military garrison.
A prosperous, small, safe town that folk singer Birger Sjöberg sang about in his song Little Paris.
The tiny spark of the fire was the acorn from which the mighty oak of modern-day VÄNERSBORG has grown.
And what happened to the poor apprentice Löfgren?
He was arrested and charged, but died before he was sentenced. No punishment could equal the economic ruin for many that resulted from the fire.
And the shoemaker, well, he just moved away.
A Swedish proverb commemorates this event, roughly translated as, "Don't leave your post, shoemaker."